Hey, speaking of jobs,
Yeah.
a list that gets published, I'm going to say once every 2 years, of the most common professions that own investment properties. Now, I'm taking a
Most
bit of a
in
guess
history?
here that you might, the most in history. I'm hazarding a bit of a guess that you might have seen it in the run sheet but not read it in detail.
No, I've seen it in the run sheet because it occupies a full A4 page. So, yeah, you can't miss it. But
Well, it's a picture, and I knew that pictures were generally your flavour when it comes to
It was the first
reading.
thing I read in the run sheet, to be honest. But yes, I did read that, and I went to a certain level of detail. So a pop quiz probably be wasted.
Well, let's talk about it in this context then. Property investors get smashed, right? Everyone thinks that it's rich baby boomers with grey hair that work high-paying jobs that are the investment property landlords that use negative gearing. Whereas whilst that certainly would be true for a small cohort of the property investors out there, vast majority of property investors would work what we would call average income jobs. Is that fair to say?
Yep.
So number 3 on the list, couldn't believe this, nurse.
Registered nurse.
Number 3. Now, number 1 and 2, in fairness, general manager and CEO, which is fair enough. They'd
Yep.
be business owners or high senior positions
Yep.
in businesses.
No surprises.
But number 3, a registered nurse.
Yep.
Number 4, an accountant. Probably no surprise.
No surprises.
An accountant using negative gearing.
Yep. No surprises there.
And then you're starting to sort of get into really varied roles from there. But school teacher came in at number 8.
Yep.
In the top 10.
Somewhat of a surprise. Like that does surprise me a little bit. School teachers being number 8.
Yeah. Admin assistant, number 7.
Yep.
So that would be just a general admin role.
At head of school teachers as well.
Head of school teachers. Yes, that is true.
Do you know what surprised me in this list? Real estate agents. So it says agents, but people in the industry that have seen growth and property sort of generate wealth for, I presume, many clients. 14th.
Number 14.
Yeah.
Above them, electrician.
Yep.
That should come as no surprise. We all know electricians. They're regarded as the silver spooners of the
silver
trades.
spooners of the trades. They're running your real new Ford Ranger top spec models, driving into site,
deducting it.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. So no surprises there.
Truck driver number 17.
Yep.
And this is by number, by the way. There wouldn't be a heap of truck drivers. It wouldn't be a common profession, I wouldn't have thought, as against, say, an admin assistant or a school teacher. Well, we're not going to go back into that school teacher surgeons argument, are we? But interestingly,
Doors and windows.
surgeons not in the top 20.
Surgeons not, but also what I found surprising, solicitors at 18th. I thought they'd be much higher. They're, high-paying job.
Truck drivers above them.
Truck drivers above them. So is, our bougie electricians, school teachers, admin assistants. So don't know what's going on there.
There you go. So a bit of a misconception, isn't it? The fact that you and the ATO also published data that the average income, so 50%, I should say, of all property investors who own investment properties earn at or below the average full-time wage in Australia.
Very good. Now, did you
50%.
see, I snuck this in late, so I don't know if you've read it or not.
No. Okay, what do you got?
So a couple of questions. Number one, ATO published how many people within Australia own 10 or more investment properties.
Okay.
How many do you think?
That's good because they had started, so I'm going to say it was about 6 years ago they used to publish the people with 10 or more.
Yep.
And then they reverted back to 6 or more. Which is obviously a higher number. So the last time I saw that number, it was about 2,189.
2,500?
2,500.
Round
Not
number?
a huge increase. It must have been about 5 or 6. Oh, mind you, as a percentage, it's actually pretty good.
And then 20 or more? How many do you reckon?
Oh, 20 or more? They gave you 20 or more?
Well, I've got to credit the Equity Mates Instagram for this because I flicked past and they had done this part. So I don't know whether this is from the ATO or another source, but this is according to them.
I'm just going to throw a dart here and say 10%. So 250 of the 2,500 that own 10 or more.
172.
172. That's even less.
There you go.
There you go.
Crazy. So that's what 0.0000 something of the population own 20 or more properties. So if you are one of those people, congratulations.